The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here. For his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set 180! Set 180! 54! Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some...
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the... And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Play fake. Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I don't even know why this
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. On the crossing route, complete. It's Henry. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, 70 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Nice catch there by Irv Smith, and good to see him using his hands. Charles, did you get a chance to see Irv's helmet catch that made the rounds on the internet?
I didn't.
Well, you're going to have to look that one up. I mean, you have to see this. If you thought David Tyree's catch in the Super Bowl was a good one, yeah, wait till you get a glimpse of this.
And to think that I evaluated him coming out of Alabama strictly on his ability to catch the ball with his hands.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch it. Come on, swing, can.
Here's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him, has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Delta! Q.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Rivers on 1st down. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.